Okay. Almost there. Go live
Yes.
Instagram. Okay. Perfect. So the live is on. So if you would just say anything so I can check the sound quick.
Okay, we are live now. Yes, I
Perfect.
think
Let me double.
so. Maybe I can start presenting myself.
No, wait, wait.
That I,
Oh, oh,
or no, you are
no,
going to do that.
I gotta
Okay.
check the sound. Okay, it sounds good. Perfect. I just need to make sure the sound is good.
Okay.
Otherwise, I go live for 2 hours and then like somebody says, "Hey, the sound is weird." I'm like, "Oh, you tell me that 2 hours ago."
Oh yeah,
So now we have.
you
And
are doing
everybody,
good.
welcome back to Facts with Max, episode 22. If you are on Instagram right now, you know the deal. Get off Instagram and come over to any other platform because you can't see the full screen on Instagram. We're streaming Rumble, YouTube, Kick, Facebook, and X. So you can pick any platform you want. But Instagram will, as you guys can see, cut off all the good stuff. So head over there. Today we're going to do all spirituality basically. Last night we were talking about transhumanism and all the politics and that was great. And then me and Joss last night ended with manifestations and spirituality. It was like right the end of the episode and I was like, oh, tomorrow will be all about that. And I have a very special person here. This is Carla and I've known her for years and she does a lot of incredible things. She's been a scientist for, is it close to 30 years? Yeah.
Yes.
But and I want to do an episode only on that. So today we're going to talk about her other part for about 20 years. She's certified in Ayurveda and yoga and breath work. So please tell us a little bit about that.
Well, yes, I was. Well, I'm scientist and yogi. That I define myself like that.
Mm-hmm.
From the science, I'm biochemist, an expert on exosomes. That is the future of the medicine.
Yes.
And I also totally believe on, well, on the holistic medicine and the, the connection with this, not within the, yes, those two worlds, but we
Mm-hmm.
will talk about that later, I know.
Yes.
And well, and yes, and my life is full of apart from the science, is, well, my spiritual journey
Mm-hmm.
that I started through my yoga path. So I follow my yoga philosophy, more the Advaita philosophy and the ancient non-dualistic tantric philosophy. So yes, but I don't want to. Yes, that more or less guide me on my path. But as we were talking, Maaxx, is um, uh, all depend of our own experience. Yeah, so what we experience for ourselves and what's our connection with ourselves and with our special spirituality.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody can um, um, and it's better also um, tell us how to do that. It's something that we have to experience for ourselves
Mm-hmm.
and interpret that in our unique way, and that make us connect more with our spirituality and with our path also in this world, because I
Mm-hmm.
totally believe that connecting with that part of ourselves, um, we connect with or start to have some um, clues of why we are in this world,
Mm-hmm.
for which purpose we are in this world, and that is something totally personal. And it's true that the spiritual path is very isolated. For that reason, the gurus go to the Himalayas and they are, yes, by themselves there. And they come from there totally illuminated,
Uh-huh.
because the spiritual path is with you, and yes, in what you believe the universe. So
Mm-hmm.
well, with that part of yourself that connect with everything. And you can do that, and you can copy other people for that reason. Sometimes we start to read and we start to learn different things, and
Oh, you froze up a little. Oh no. Let's see here. She froze up a little. We shall see. She might have to jump out and come back. But I've actually known Carla for years now. And hold on. I'm going to tell her to, let me see, leave and come back. You froze up. So I can't say all the certifications and stuff she has, but she has so many certifications and studies in if you guys don't know what Ayurveda is, actually I'm gonna pull it up so I say it properly. Let me do the chat GPT here because why not? Let's do this. What is Ayurveda? I actually eat Ayurvedic food a lot these days. Ayurveda is an ancient system of medicine that originated in India over 5,000 years ago. The word Ayurveda comes from Sanskrit words Ayur, life, and Veda, knowledge or science, meaning the science of life. It focuses on promoting balance between the body, mind, and spirit to maintain health and prevent disease. So, actually, which is super cool. So I got to know her, and I started kind of helping her with a little bit of content and stuff. And then I started learning some about the Ayurveda, and I had no clue what that was prior. And then as we're sitting, and she launched her breathwork course, and I was helping her, and I moved to Albuquerque to train MMA right then. And funny enough, like Joel took me to this because he's a vegan. He took me to this Ayurvedic restaurant, which is like my favorite thing in the world now. And they have like super yummy food, like pancakes and quesadillas and all this stuff. And anyone who knows me knows I have a stomach that will absolutely tell me right away if I'm eating something I shouldn't. And this place, I always feel incredible. So Ayurvedic food is supposed to be like medicine basically, and it's supposed to energize you and make you feel great. And it truly does. I'm gonna tell you that it truly freaking does. I actually haven't been there yet this week, but typically I'll go to this Ayurvedic place like I'm going to say 3 times a week. And I have this massive stack of pancakes every time and quesadilla, and you almost feel like you're having a cheat, but you feel just like a superhero after you eat it. So it's totally worth it. So we're going to talk about jumping timelines, but I'm obviously going to see if she's coming back here. I don't know what happened. Maybe she lost Wi-Fi. Weirdly enough, I don't know if there's something going on. So I have a very good Wi-Fi, and for some reason my Wi-Fi hasn't worked for 2 days. And I have the Starlink, the freaking Elon Musk stuff. And I was like, why is my shit not working? So for 2 days now, I've been snooping on Joel's Wi-Fi because I can't access it. So I don't know what the hell is going on. I don't know. Either way, while I'm waiting for her, I'm gonna show you guys people always ask me about my glasses, and their blue light glasses is just good for the screen. Where'd them go? Hold on. So I'm just gonna show you. I have a lot of them actually. I went a little bananas here. I don't even know where my other pair is. I have one. Oh, here. So I have a whole collection. These are all blue light glasses. Clear. We got the aviators that I love. Then I got this shape, but this is my latest one, and I love all of them. And they're coming different colors, so you can get blue light glasses that are clear. You can get them yellow. You can get them orange or red. So red is the strongest one that takes away the most. Hi CJ, welcome back. I lost my what's it called? I wonder what happened. I lost my guest. I just texted her and said leave and come back. I have no whoopsie days. I have no clue. She just disappeared. We shall see. We shall see. But yeah, we're talking about jumping timelines. And you were on the live last night. We had a live with Mr. Jost here. If you guys have not watched it, let me show you guys. So on my Rumble. You can go to the live tab. You have all these different episodes. I try to be very clear. So yesterday we talked about transhumanism and AI, and we kind of ended the episode talking about some manifestation, spirituality, and honestly, I got a comment like right in the end, and I was cracking up. I just had to pull it in because it was just so funny. And somebody wrote, "Manifest is code for women bullshit," and I was like, "Okay, man." But we're going to talk about spirituality and jumping timelines. So Carla has studied all of this stuff. She's been in India. She has like a guru in India. Uh, she's still not, I don't know. Maybe her Wi-Fi just like cut. Who the freak knows? That's kind of weird. Like her and my Wi-Fi just doesn't work at the same time. Luckily, I have a neighbor to snoop on. So, but that's kind of weird. A lot of weird things are going on with tech. Have you guys noticed that too? Like tech stuff is just not what it's supposed to be. Uh, but my spiritual journey, so I wanted to kind of have the conversation between me and Carla because she studied this kind of stuff. She studied this whole, chakras, mantras, spirituality, like yoga, breathwork, all the things. And I haven't studied any of it. My journey was just life. And I can't tell you guys like the day, like I just understood. But when I was a child, and I didn't know it back then, but I understood it now when I was older, when I remembered it being when I was a child, right? So I used to get downloads. And maybe some of you guys out there have gotten this too. Downloads, what I explain it as is I'm literally going about my day and suddenly it's almost like something just plop down an insane amount of information in my head all at once. And I can't even describe it. It's like you're seeing it depending on the download. But one example, so I saw a download about transhumanism, or actually, I'm not going to call it transhumanism because we were talking about it yesterday, and that's more like man versus robot. While in my download, I saw human becoming androgynous, right? And the download I got, so imagine that I saw the entire evolution of humanity and how it goes, but I saw it all in seconds. So that's a download for me. And I used to get them all the time as a child. When I was a child, I just, it's just trippy thoughts in my head, right? I didn't really know anything or understand. Back then, like, you don't know what life is about. Nobody told me. Like, I just thought I was a little crazy and I didn't have a lot of friends and I was just very different. And I had some friends, but my family, we never talked about this. Fast forward like a couple of years ago, I had this spiritual experience and I called my mom and I said, I have to tell you something because it had to do with my grandfather. And I called her and I was like, you're probably going to think I'm crazy, but I have to tell you. And I tell her that I met my grandfather who has passed away. And she was like, she said, call your aunt. And I was like, call my aunt. And then we're talking about this and I call my aunt and then I end up talking to my mom and my sister and my aunt and everybody's like spiritual, whatever you want to call it, angels, guardians, witches, energy workers, whatever you want to call it. And I was like, we talk about this now when I'm like 30. I don't know what I was at the time, 37 or something. We talk about this when I'm 37. Like we couldn't have talked about this like some time back, maybe. I don't know. And, but obviously they just try to protect me, I'm sure, and not wanting me to think I'm crazy, which I thought anyway. CD, we're going to have more tech problems moving forward. Yeah, probably. I wonder if she's figuring out this Wi-Fi thing. Is your Wi-Fi not working? I'm just texting you. Let me see. That was very strange, actually. Very strange. But again, I want her to share her experience with what she studied versus mine. I haven't studied. I just started about 4 weeks ago. I started an spiritual coaching program, I guess you could say. So I've never done anything like this before in my life, and my spiritual journey kind of, again, I had downloads as a kid, didn't really know what that was about, and then it kind of disappeared, and I was just really focusing on health and fitness and all this stuff, and just I used to like, I guess I was all about like, okay, I know that if you say things out loud, that works and it can come true, right? So at times I would just tell myself, you're the shit, you're really good. Just, I like to stay positive. People always saw me as positive, and I also like to say things even though it hasn't happened yet. Like one example, I would always tell people that I can't get sick. I can't get sick. I can't get sick. I can't get sick. I would say it all the time for 15 years, and I never got sick. And I believe that me saying it all the time, and it wasn't so much in the beginning, it wasn't so much that I didn't actually believe I could, but I just didn't want it to be true, if that makes sense. So I just kind of convinced myself, which is really all you do. Manifestations in the beginning, when you're new at this, all you're doing is really convince yourself that anything can be true. So if you say something to yourself enough, eventually you're going to believe it, right? And that's really what it comes down to. Because, and I know Carla had like a scientific breakdown on this, but to manifest something, first of all, you need to have the thought or the vision or however you want to do it. You don't have to say it out loud, but I think when you're new to this, it's definitely helpful to say things out loud. So that's the first step, right? Envisioning what it is you want for yourself or for somebody else. You can do it for other people too. After that, you want to apply a feeling to it. What does it feel like when this is true? Try to envision yourself. What does it feel like? And then the last step is just expect the result. I don't know if you guys have heard this before. I'm going to type it down for you guys too. But again, envision something. Okay, so let's say I manifested my house, right? That's just an example, very basic example. But I manifested my house. After that, I try to imagine what does it feel like when I have the house. So apply the feeling. What does it feel like when I have the house? And then lastly, expect the result. Just expect it. There is no possible way that it's not going to happen. Like, you have to remove that limitation. And I know a lot of people and humans in general, we're used to like, oh, I'm going to buy this house. Oh my God, but what if I don't get it? Or what if I don't find it? What if somebody else gets it? Or what if something goes wrong with the bank? Or what if I can't get the loan? Like, now you're starting to tell yourself that there is a possibility that you fail. Don't even have those thoughts. And when I won my world title, so I'm a WBFF bikini world champion in 2023. So in 2022, I competed in worlds and I'm going to say I got third place or something. Don't remember exactly. I got third place. The day I stepped off the stage, I had already decided that I was the world champion the upcoming year. So every day, again, you can do this however you want. This is just what I did back then, and this is a few years back. I don't do it in the same way now. But every night before I went to bed, I said, okay, I am the world champion. I am the world champion. I am the world champion. After that, I could hear in my head as I'm laying down, eyes closed. Again, there's no rule for how you have to do this. You can do this standing up. You can do it sitting down. You can do it laying down. You can do it in the morning. It doesn't matter, right? But I'm laying down and I hear them call out, and the 2023 world champion is Maaxx West. I hear it. Just imagine it so many times and so much that you can actually hear it. After that, I felt the crown on my head. Like, I felt them put it on my head, right? Now I have the feeling. And when I felt the crown on my head, I get goosebumps. And I was like, now I'm like truly feeling this thing. And after that, I just went there and I just expected the result. So you can apply this to anything. And obviously my goals right now with life, like as you guys know, I work with children. We're saving children. We want to eradicate childhood malnutrition from the planet. So my manifestations today, not to say I still have manifestations for myself too that are personal, but my manifestations these days are majority for humanity. So I am manifesting a better world for all of us. I am manifesting abundance for all of us. I am imagining what it feels like when the world is that way. What does it feel like in my body when I have helped the world become better? It feels incredible, right? Very, very special. And then at the end, I just expect it. I just expect it to happen. So my manifestations now, because I saw that I was able to achieve it's not small manifestations. I'm going to say becoming a world champion in a competition is pretty big deal. But to me, compared to saving the world, it's pretty small, right? Me winning something and saving the world, that's, it's not really on the same level. But if back then, when I wanted to become the world champion, that was far, far away from what I thought was possible for me at first. So if I could achieve that, which I thought was almost impossible when I first started. And then obviously as time goes by, I understand that it's not impossible because I've done crazy things. Like I have so many stories. I don't know. Honestly, I would kind of like to hear other people's stories. If you guys have some sort of story for manifestation or something, or how you do it, because again, there is no rule. And I kind of want to just share a little bit about how this class is going, that I'm doing right now. Where is she? I'm wondering. I feel like she probably lost Wi-Fi or something. That is so weird. That is so weird. um Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm still here. Live stream, and you text me. Is it in? Okay, let's see here. I actually have a friend who's in the hospital right now and texted me, so I just texted and asked, "Is it an emergency?" Because he called. Um, let's see here. Either way, I would love to hear you guys' story, and I hope she comes back. But if she doesn't, I'll just keep going here because again, I didn't study it, but I do think let's ask ChatGPT. What is this? I'm so curious. What is manifestation? Let's see what it says. Manifestation is the process of bringing your desires, goals, or intentions into reality through focused thought, belief, and aligned actions. This is where I don't agree. But let's get back to that. It's based on the idea that your thoughts and emotions have the power to influence your experiences and outcomes in life. Key concepts of manifestation: law of attraction, the belief that like attracts like, positive thoughts attract positive outcomes. Yes, I agree with that. And negative thoughts attract negative outcomes. Absolutely. Intention setting, clearly defining what you want to manifest: a new job, better health, personal growth. See, they're not even like saying anything about anything outside of personal stuff here, which I find interesting. But I think you should start with personal stuff, obviously. Creating vivid mental images of achieving your goals to reinforce belief and motivation. Affirmations, repeating positive statements to shift your mindset and overcome self doubt. That's what I said when you start this. You don't have to do it this way. There's no freaking rule, but it's a good way to start actually saying things out loud in the beginning because it's a good way to get into it. Gratitude, appreciating what you already have to raise your vibration and attract more positive experiences. Absolutely. Do gratitude, be grateful for what you have. Always see something positive in everything. There's always something positive in everything. And even the craziest and worst things that can ever happen, you can always find something positive about it. Believe me. I've been through a lot of crazy shit. Inspired action, taking practical steps towards your goals rather than relying solely on thought. Okay, this one, I don't disagree with it, but I know, I'm not saying you have to know. I know this isn't true. Letting go, trusting the process, and releasing attachment to how and when it will happen. Yes, you should release the thought of, oh, it has to happen tomorrow. Not saying it couldn't, but you have to release that thought. Yes, there's a lot of things you should just let go of and just know. Is manifestation spiritual or physiological? That's actually a good question. Spiritual perspective. Many people tie manifestation to spiritual beliefs, universal energy, or a higher power. Psychological. Never mind, psychological perspective. Others see it as a mental practice that improves focus. Oh, there she is. Okay, let's see her. Hold on. Oh, there you are.
Yes.
We've been having fun. Where did
Sorry,
you go?
everyone.
Hold on. I'm just
Disappear.
yeah,
Sorry about that. My apologies.
Okay. My friend, his dog has cancer, and he was just calling me, so I just wanted to be sure it wasn't an emergency. He said no, so I just said text me, so I have it next to me here. Yeah, but did you lose your internet?
No, my phone. I had, yes, my phone connected
Uh huh.
and yes, charging, but yes, the plug was not
Oh,
working and I didn't realize. So,
I was like, oh my god, because I told you my internet hasn't worked for 2 days, so I'm on Joel's internet right now. So I was
well,
like, oh my god, this is
mine,
weird.
yes, that is another issue. Mine
Yeah.
also sometimes works, sometimes not. It's like crazy. I don't know what's
Uh
happened,
huh.
but I totally, yes, I'm the one that things happen for a reason. So
Oh, absolutely. Well,
I'm sure that there's a reason for this to
while you were
happen, and we
gone,
are talking about
I'm
this.
just going to show you. So I was just showing people what ChatGPT says about manifesting. So I was reading it, and then I was saying that I agree with some of it, I disagree with some of it, and then I was just sharing what I think manifestation is. So I would love for you to say what does it mean to you?
Yeah, let me take my. I have there. Well, yes, I think we can. I'm totally believe you. We are in this world, as I was talking, to manifest what we come here to do, and that this well, there's some want to say come from. First thing is to know or to ask yourself from where my desire comes, from where.
Mm-hmm.
So that has to be with the things that you come, yes, to
Your why.
why you are
Your
in,
why
in,
is
in
very
this
important.
world. So the first thing is to ask yourself why I have this desire and to do this and to
Mm-hmm.
really manifest this.
Mm-hmm.
What is the purpose of this? And that if that has to be with the purpose that you have in this life,
Mm-hmm.
that is no other. You are here for that. So all the things in this world are going to meet together to put in your path. There is no other way that you can be there and really manifest there, because that comes from your purpose,
Mm-hmm.
from why you are in this world.
Yes.
So the manifestation is, yes, is really to connect with yourself, to connect with your purpose, to connect with your desire, and start to manifest that. But also there is a way to do that. That first is to do the things with the conviction of that, yes, and really be and have the coherence, yes, in what you think and what you um, feel,
Mm-hmm.
and what you do also in relation
Wow.
to that. Because happen that when you want to manifest something, okay, you think in that way to really put action in that things that you desire. But when you do that, when you start to think about that, you feel different. Yes, of that. It's like, or
But
you don't
let
have
me ask you,
totally.
I was just
Yeah.
saying that when we lost you before. So I was reading on
Yes.
ChatGPT, and it said on there, you have your thought, you have your vision, blah, blah, blah. And then it said, and then you put actions in to make it happen. And I said, I disagree with that. I do not believe that you have to put actions in. What do you think about that? Do you think that's
Well,
necessary?
the path is more how you manage the things internally. As I say, what you think, what you feel,
Mm-hmm.
and what you do, but in relation, no, what you do to do the things that is the. For example, um, as when you were training, yes, to have that's amazing crown, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I was
I'm
just
sure that there are people that follow
mm-hmm.
also that, but they have that desire to be there on the stage, but what's
Mm-hmm.
happened when they really have to maintain the diet and be and commit
Mm-hmm.
with all the training and also and the diet, maybe if
Mm-hmm.
a week and they have to go out with friends, they are and feeling like, yes, I can drink and I can eat this or that. So
Mm-hmm.
that is not, that is what I say doesn't have coherence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you can manifest in that way. You have to put all on your manifestation. Like, I think the same way that I feel and the same way that I act in my life. That's
Yeah.
in this moment, not for the manifestation, not doing
Mm-hmm.
things for your manifestation. Act means in this moment, what you are doing now, because maybe now you are doing things that are totally different, or
Mm-hmm.
the things that, first of all, whatever you have to decide when you are manifesting in life, you have
Mm-hmm.
to ask yourself first, this make me these things that I'm going to do may put me more near of my manifestation. That is the thing. That is the act.
Mm-hmm.
So is act and do the things that put you more near your manifestation, not do things that put you, yes, in another place. So you have to also to do your path towards there and facilitate the thing.
I,
The other thing
yeah.
is
So I agree
is
and disagree on this.
in which
So I do believe. Well, I need to like elaborate on it. So, for example, I was telling people about when I competed and I won my crown. So every day I manifested the crown. I felt them call my name. I felt them put it on my head. I get up in the morning and I worked, right? So now I manifested it and then I worked and achieved it. Though I do believe, and this isn't this, I don't think this would not have worked for me years ago. But when you, the more powerful you become and the more you understand energy and frequency and your chakras and your pineal gland and all this stuff, because I believe that I can lay down and manifest something and send energy out to the universe and it instantly sends it to me without me doing any other action but manifesting. But again, this is very advanced level to it. But I know for me, I'm not saying anybody else needs to believe this,
yes,
but I know what
uh,
I believe that I can change energy in the universe simply by manifesting or meditating, or whatever people want to call it.
but for that you have to develop you have to be very trained
Yeah.
and
So that work
in
there.
visualization. What you are doing is visualization.
Yes.
Is that is the word for that. You have you what you made is visualization. So you focus on your visualization
Mm-hmm.
and put all your energy in that visualization.
Mm-hmm.
So well, some people, yes, as you, I totally believe that you were born with that thing, and for sure that comes from your other life.
That's something
So
I also talk
so
about.
you were for sure doing that for, yes,
Mm-hmm.
life, and now it's easy for you to do that, but not all people can
No, no,
visualize the
absolutely not.
thing so
Mm-mm.
easy. But so
Also,
so
I'm almost 40 years old, and all of these powers didn't truly activate until a few years ago. So I said when I was young, I thought I was crazy, and nobody encouraged me to do something about it. So again, it took me almost like 35 years to even understand that I was capable of these things. So, I mean,
well,
I'm sure
I
there are a lot
believe
of
that
people out there. Hmm. Go ahead.
when you were a child, you had that. The only thing is that you were with, yes, not real, with so many things, learning of this world that
Yeah.
couldn't, yes,
Hmm.
discover that, oh, wow, I can do this, I have the power to do this. But that is something that also with training,
Hmm. Hmm.
all the humanity can really visualize and manifest things from the visualization. that is something that is possible.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's something that we we uh, we have as a tool. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So what do you?
Um,
What's your first real spiritual experience? What was it that made you want to learn more about this and study all of this? Did something happen to you, or how did that go?
well, that was since I was a child.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was always connected with this something inside me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, was really attached to all spirituality and things, and I always love to hear. I don't know. Um, uh, the well, all the philosophy related
Mm-hmm.
with the spirituality. I was always connected with that. And then when I was a child, also my mother was practicing meditation, so that was
Mm-hmm.
my first connection with
Oh, okay.
meditation. It
Was she
was
doing it
very.
with you?
Yes, I was I
Mm-hmm.
was a child, and my mother was reading books about that and
Mm-hmm.
practicing, and she was all the time with, yes, with too much excitement, taught me about what she was reading and happened to her. And that time she stopped meditating when she really went out of her body
Yeah.
and see herself from the, yes,
Mm-hmm.
from the an upper level, and she became very scared of that,
Mm-hmm.
and she say, I don't I don't want to do that. For her was not an experience like woo, and I say, oh my gosh, I want to. I never had it that.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I know that I have another kind of, well, I develop, because it's not that I have.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can, but
Mm-hmm.
people develop more things than other, and they
Mm-hmm.
have to develop, which is your that things that is easy for them um, to develop more,
Mm-hmm.
and take
Mm-hmm.
and take more of from that gift, I say.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone have some. If everyone can do and develop all these things,
Mm-hmm.
but everyone has facilities to do more of one thing than the other, because they born with this. Yes, it's
Mm-hmm.
like, something, I don't know, the person that is from child is easy for them to sing, or easy for, I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
play an instrument, or because they have uh, a good um, ear on these kind of things. The same things happen with this.
Well,
And well,
there's.
my story started from that, and from that I never stopped to do my research on that also
Mm-hmm.
myself. And I was meditating when I was a very child. My best thing is when I remember to be in my to wake up and to be in my bed, and just feel, yes, start to relax
Mm-hmm.
and go to meditation since I was a child. And from that, because, well, I think my nature is I'm a researcher since I was born, so I
Mm-hmm.
always want to know, well, what is this, what is.
Yeah.
And I started, yes, to do my research to learn about that, and I never leave this, and I continue. It's something, when you are in this, it's a lot of things that never ends. All
Mm-hmm.
the things that we can learn from it, but it's good to find your way and really start to um, focus on something that really relate with you and follow that path. If you, well, you say that you manifest from visualization, so perfect. That is something that you can take and continue develop that.
Mm-hmm.
In my way, is more the thing, is more the way that
I'm in this, or maybe I also manifest. Uh, I'm totally believe that you also can bring the things to this world when you write your
Mhm.
manifestation. Yeah, so I'm totally connected with that. So I always make list of the things that I want to manifest. And the
Mhm.
second thing is, okay, as I say, in my life, try to act and do the things that put me closer to my manifestation, and also have coherence with what I want in my
Mhm.
life, in all these aspects. And also my other things, because um, when I was manifesting, what I discovered is um, to forget about how I'm going, how that is going to happen.
Yeah.
The other thing is just forget about how, just concentrate is in what
Mhm.
into the whole.
Yep. Yeah,
and
I
and
wrote
the
that
best thing
guy
is just
in chat.
forget
Said it.
about that. And because the main thing is that has to be something that you have to be uh, you know, amazing, because
Huh?
how this happened, it's like, oh my gosh, it's there. I don't know how things come to me.
Yeah.
The things that I wanted at that point, and the perfect point. And the perfect point is when you become the person um, that can have it. You have to change in a way in that in the process.
Mm-hmm.
So
So we have.
it's like if you manifest and try to figure out how to go to that point, you are doing that with the person that you are today,
Mm-hmm.
not with the person that you will be when you have that things that you manifest.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you just have to leave that, yes, to the universe, to,
Yeah.
yes,
We have a comment.
that.
DJ wrote here, outer body floating above outer body floating above your body is weird at first. Yes. So actually I that was my first real experience with this. I went through a lot of injuries and a lot of pain, and it got to the point where I was in so much pain that I
That
just
happened.
wanted to not feel the pain, and that's how. And like there was no, I didn't even know what I was doing. I didn't know this was meditation or anything. I just wanted to not have pain. So I found, back then I read some Neville Goddard stuff, and then I found some Joe Dispenza, and I was like, he was talking about healing with the mind. So I just read quickly like a little bit in the book, and he was like, yeah, you should need to envision yourself, what do you feel like when you are healed? So I did it, and I can't even explain how it happened, but I left my body. And yes, CJ, it's kind of a little weird at first. And I think in the past I used to get tingles in my body, and it would freak me out because every time, when you fall asleep and it starts to tingle, and it every time it happened, it would remind me of my accident with my arm when they thought they were going to amputate my arm, because my arm went blue and they thought, we can't save your arm, we might have to amputate it. And I got so scared. So whenever I would try to sleep and it would tingle, I would wake myself up again because I got scared about it. And then I actually did, a friend of mine, I did a little breathwork session with my friend. And as we're breathing, the tingles start, right? And at first, I got super scared and I'm thinking, wait a second, no, I don't like this. And then I told myself, but Maaxx, relax. You're here with your friend. She knows what she's doing. Just go with it. And I did. And I didn't have like an outer body experience during the breath work, but it made me be okay with the tingle. And then fast forward, to like pain, and then the tingle comes, and I would just be okay with it and just let it happen, and I would just go out of myself. So for years, I just floated about myself. That's exactly what I was doing. I was just going through the chakras, and then I'm literally hovering above myself. While, the next step to this now is obviously go further. So for the longest
Yeah.
time, I would just always, every time I meditated, I would just float about myself. And it became to the point that I like the feeling a lot, but the first time it happens, it's definitely kind of weird. So
Yeah.
have you had any outer body experiences?
No, in my, well, I have different experiences, and also, well, I can start not feeling my body, or
Mm-hmm.
feel that my body expands so much that can cover. I can, yes, I can feel my body. It's like expand. It's
Uh-huh.
like cover all the room, and it's like that. This, I relate this more with the very deep relaxation. And I also, because I was at some point when I was that was in the at the time that I finished with my thesis at the university, and I was, yes, also teaching yoga, um, well, for myself. But in the university, they asked me also to talk about all the things, and I become part of the staff,
Mm-hmm.
the uh, psychology department, and I started to give classes to the students and
Mm-hmm.
talk about all
What
these
university?
things. Yes, and so at that point, um, when I was doing that, they also proposed me to enter in meditation, and they started in the university and
Mm-hmm.
study on this.
Mm-hmm.
So me and another yogi, they asked us if they can measure what's happened with us, and all our, yes, they
Mm-hmm.
start to put on electrodes, and and take all the signals from our body, and from that I know that I can also, from the science, well, I'm scientist, so
Mm-hmm.
that information was really good for me to know that I can really relax my body in a way that is really, um, yes, uh,
So wait, do
very
you
deep,
think as a
very deep.
scientist, do you think this as studying science, do you think it goes hand in hand with this with the spirituality?
Well, the science can. There is a point that the science that we have today, because I
Mm-hmm.
learned from my science, I will tell you, I learned different things
Mm-hmm.
in relation of this. But
Mm-hmm.
in this point that you are asking me,
Mm-hmm.
um, the science can go at some level. Science can go farther, but
Yeah.
that is because science go, is like old fashioned. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
yes, science, yes, little by little, yes, it's gone, because science depends also of technology, and that's
Mm-hmm.
happened to me when I was studying the exosomes, or in general, in
Mm-hmm.
science, that depend of the technology. That is how from the science we can expand our sense. Yes, before, I love microscopy,
Mm-hmm.
because with the microscopy my eyes can see further. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
so before we didn't know that bacteria or little bugs exist, and yes, and we were believing in different things that cause illness.
Mm-hmm.
Now, thanks to, yes, the technology, we know that there are other things. So for that reason, science can, but we know the thing is also for the researchers, or for the scientists, everything is there. The thing is, you be the elements that discover, from cover, discover that. It's just that. And also that has to be with the connection that you have with yourself, that you have with the nature, and with you have with the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Because why this person or this, yes, that is researching on that, realize that, oh, look at that, and really see what's happened there. And the other question in relation of science, well, now I'm putting my I go to the science thing, but the other question is, what is we that give what we see an understanding, or what we see is really what has happened,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So sometimes, as a scientist, we ask this question. Is, well, of course, we try to put all the things that really, well, when we put a statement, or a hypothesis, and after that, uh, we start to prove that this is that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but it's because we put all the things that say that this is that way, or is that the reality?
Mm-hmm.
So
We're
that is a
gonna
big
do a
question.
couple of.
But
So CJ I have many outer body. I have out of wait. I have many out of body experience. I think it's gonna say, but I always got nervous because I didn't want to get jumped and being out of for too long. So my my thought on that is I don't think you can disconnect to your physical body. I don't think you can get an outer body experience or astral travel and not find your way back. I do astral travel practice and I've been out of my body for hours and it's fine. What do you think about that? Do you believe that you could astral travel and basically not come back or get
no,
jumped?
it's
I don't know
not
what
that.
you mean
It's
with
not that
jumped.
you always can
Yeah,
come
or
back.
maybe she means
This is, I say,
getting
I
entered by some entity, like a demon comes in
no,
or something.
but you can. The clue of this is to, and because I'm a, yes, breathing work,
Mm-hmm.
the breath is the main thing in all this. When you are having that kind of experience,
Mm-hmm.
you start almost not breathing.
Yes.
Your
Yeah.
your breath
I
is
don't.
like zero.
I don't feel exactly when
You
I
don't
have
feel
meditation.
that you
I
are
don't
breathing.
feel
Your
myself breathing.
your
No.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
it's very, very, it's almost imperceptible.
Mm-hmm.
So that is managing that. If you want to have this kind of experience, you have put all your focus and all your power on the breathing. And when
Mm-hmm.
you want to stop that experience, it's just with the breathing.
Yes,
Just,
you can. Mm-hmm.
yes, inhale a bit more, and it's like you're
Mm-hmm.
back. You
And
can, yes. Now we are in this. You can detach
mm-mm.
for that until the last day.
We have Joss on from the live last night who
And
said, I love the sensation of tingling burning as if your body's pure energy at the moment and not material anymore. I had this the most during chanting Sanskrit stuff, the 1,000-year-old ways. But I can also experience it when I have a really inspiring conversation with someone on a deeper level. I love energetic connections. Yes, I agree. And he said also, besides psychology, most science seem to forget stuff like the human soul, emotional body, astral body, and stuff like that. I know Carl Jung was pretty much both scientific and spiritual.
yes,
Yes. Um,
exactly. I love young. Yes.
well, I've actually, do you think so? I'm doing this spiritual course program right now, and obviously the goal with it is to do good work for humanity and actually go out in the spiritual realm and actually save the world, right? But there's this course I'm doing is about a year long and I'm only on the first month, and all we're doing right now is work on ourselves because you have to work on yourself to be able to work on other things. So what is your take on, let's say that somebody's just starting this for the first time, they've never manifested or meditated or anything. What do you think somebody should start with? What do you think is the most important
Well,
thing to focus on?
yes, is what I started. Yes, doing right now with Carlucci, with my
Mm-hmm.
Carlucci page. And that is a start, with the breathing work is the
Mm-hmm.
number one, because as I said, the the our breathing is the only thing that maintain us alive. You can stop whatever other thing. You can stop sleeping. We can stop eating. You can, but not breathing. And that is from the when we were born. The first thing that we do, yes, is to inhale, yes. And with that, our life starts. And the last thing that we do when we die is to have the last exhalation, and we die.
Yes.
So that is also connected with the well, we call the prana. Yes, that's the energy on us, the vital energy on us. So that is fundamental to start. And with that, if you control that, you just with that and without realize it, that you start meditating and you start to have all this, because also, as I say, to have these experiences out of your body, that also depend on how you control your breathing.
Yeah.
It's like because also to me that you are in a very uh, relaxed state, and you feel your breathing more and more. But as much as you stop feeling that, it's like if you are not totally practicing that or connecting with that, it's like you start to, yes, changing, yes, um, the level that you have just because of the breathing. That is because we are really, yes, connected with that, because it's what gives life. So as much as you can control your breathing, as that is fundamental for doing whatever other things. Also visualization and manifestation also
Yeah.
have to do with that, because also for visualize and for manifest, you need really go to at that place, and you are totally relaxed. That's it's like your body, you are in another level, yes, to manifest really,
Yeah.
and not connected, yes,
So CJ said
with
that her worry with the astral travel is that a demon would enter her. So I just want to touch a little bit on that, because I currently work with Alobar Jones, who is one of the world's best exorcists. So I've even had an exorcism done on myself. And so demons can enter you when you typically, as far as I understand, demons usually enter you when you're a child, and they enter you when you are in a vulnerable state. If you are sad, you're angry, you're depressed, you're vulnerable for in some shape or form. So then, CJ, I would ask you this: if you lay down to meditate, do you do you feel any of these things? Do you feel sad or depressed or emotional and vulnerable?
from
Because when I meditate, I feel incredible. That so this would, I mean, the whole point of meditating is for you to feel better, which would be the complete opposite of the state of which a demon can enter you. I don't know, does this make sense?
yes, but yes, and I have some answer from one I learned also from the gurus, that they always say, if you have any illness, if you are depressed, if you have don't feeling well, don't meditate. That is what they say.
Oh,
It's not,
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
if you have it's not, you never will feel bad. If you start meditating, you are okay, you start meditating, you never will feel bad during meditation, because it's
Yeah.
the most in deep connection with yourself. It's not that, it's
But you don't
before
think you should
to
meditate?
go.
Let's say I'm feeling bad about something, or I'm having a emotional day, or whatever it is. You don't think that that would be a good time to meditate? Because
Relax,
there are different types
relax,
of meditation.
relax. Yes,
One
but
of the
maybe
main things that we do in what I'm doing right now is to remove bad energy out of the body. So what we're actually doing during the meditations is bring up everything that is possibly bad inside of you and pull it out.
yes, but
And
you
if
have to
anybody wants
have
a step by step to how to do this, it's actually in my Rumble caption every single week. There is one that Joel does about how to pull bad energy and trauma out of your body. So basically you enhance it, you make it more, you pull it out of you, you put back in the opposite, meaning the opposite of whatever the bad feeling is. And that's basically how you pull out all that. This sounds super easy. It isn't so complicated, but again, it probably takes practice. So I would think that you would want to, again, depending on what it is, what kind of meditation. There's different types of things for different scenarios, obviously.
Yes. Yes, and also it's different when you meditate than when you concentrate on when you, because there are different levels, and that is one of the Ashtanga, of the eight paths of yoga.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So to go to the samadhi, you have different step before that, and you start with the concentration, and before the concentration is the breathing work. So it's breathing work, concentration, and after that you enter to the meditation.
Mm-hmm.
So and that is to control and to, in relation of, yes, of what you say, to pull out, yes, emotions and all the things first. If you have whatever illness, well, yes, breathing work, start to breathing work, and after that concentration is good, and after that, as you say, you have to be very, how can I say this, strong emotionally, yes, to go further of that. Because you have also to be more open on that. If you are low, with low emotion or depressed, that is not going. You can concentrate and not to enter totally on meditation. And well, I yes, and at that point is when, yes, other things can catch you. Yes. And the other thing is managing your emotions. That is also, you can do it. We have people right now. They are more conscious that we have the power to manage our thoughts, manage our emotions. We have that power. So during concentration, during contemplation, which is the three path: breathing, yes, contemplation, and meditation. So during concentration and contemplation, we can also really become aware of which are our emotions at any time, and we have the power to change it. And those emotions of what we feel, yes, in our body, that change, and that comes from the science. That is where science starts to mix with this, to understand what's happened on us. But we are, yes, a package of receptors and metabolites that makes us to feel in different ways. So we can manage what we feel and our emotions just with a simple thought, and we can change what we feel in one specific moment. If we want to really feel happiness or feel love, we can really, yes, change our step to feel that. And that is one of the ways that in yoga, well, it's one of the technique, yes, also for meditation, that is or concentration. Later, the meditation come when you become in that state that you want to have and you want to feel. That is to put your guru in front of you, and you meditate on your guru because you really feel love for your guru. So make be to have to the picture of your guru in front of you and concentrate and stay in front of this. The love will come to you or whatever. Or also when I was doing my sadhana with my guru, well,
Wait,
I do.
what did you say? You did
Yeah.
your, what was it called? Sadhana?
Sadhana is when it's when you live almost with your guru, with your swami,
Uh-huh.
and he transmits all the things that he learned, yes, from
Mm-hmm.
himself, without or guide you. It's not that he gives you the way to do it, but um, it's like take he take your hand, and yes, and it's like when we were a baby, and we start learning, yes, and we need, yes, or I don't know, our parents to take us and really sustain us in that to maintain and to really start working for ourselves. So
Mm-hmm.
that is what the guru do.
So do you
And
see, if you have a guru, do you think, in your opinion, do you have to meet this person in person?
oh no, there are people that the guru just die, but they continue, and also they continue, yes, um, um, follow what they were um, manifesting and teaching, and yes,
Mm-hmm.
and also their path, and yes, and all the knowledge that they bring to this world. But also the guru have the capacity, because there are really spiritual people with the capacity to do amazing things.
Mm-hmm.
So they also have telekinetic capacity and all
Mm-hmm.
these kind of things that just transmit you the
Mm-hmm.
knowledge in that way also.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't need to be all the time with your
Yeah.
guru.
How do you
It's like
how do you think somebody should go about finding their guru? Like, how did you find your guru?
in yoga, we always say that when the yogi or the student is ready, the guru appears. So it's not like you can you
Oh no,
you
I
have
was
to.
see what you said. I agree. They
That is,
whatever. It's kind of like so there's, I mean, different parts of this. For example, there's a book called The Kabbalion. I don't know if you read it. It's basically the secret to the universe, and it's said that the day you're ready to get the answer, the book will appear to you. So maybe
yes.
me saying this on the live right now is you guys' message that you should check it out, or maybe not. And there's also another story, which this is not something I've done to myself, but there's some sort of magical mushroom thing that somebody was telling me about, and I said, whoa, that's so interesting, because I was hearing about it, and I said, I've never even heard of this mushroom ever in my life. And he said, well, the day you're supposed to find it, it will appear to you. So yes, there's a lot of things like that, that
Well,
when
but
you're
that is
ready, it will appear to you.
But that is coming back to the manifestation. That is
Mm-hmm.
one of the principal thing of the manifestation. When
Mm-hmm.
you manifest with the, as I say, with the person that you are today. But when
Mm-hmm.
you are ready, your manifestation will come. It's
Yeah.
no one when you want. It's when you
Mm-hmm.
are ready to get it. For that reason, you have to do the thing and act, and
Mm-hmm.
do the things that brings you near and near to your manifestation. For you to be the person that had to be to
Mm-hmm.
really. Uh, Yes, and also connected with your intuition.
Mm-hmm.
Also that is in relation of how to find your guru. It's just if you follow
Mm-hmm.
your intuition and you say, okay, when I will be ready, I really will recognize that.
Mm-hmm.
That is the connection with. You have to be very connected and also do the work, because there are different things that you can do to really go inside, well, from the
Mm-hmm.
manifestation, from meditation also, how to connect and really feel in your body. This is
Mm-hmm.
something totally personal. Yes, feel the intuition, where you feel that in your body. Some people feel that in the chest, some people, yes, in the guts, and yeah. So, and something in your body, when you are in front of that people, something in your body will say,
Yep.
this
I also think
this
you
this is
can
my
have
guru.
so
And without
I,
sorry,
I have like a
without
guru. I have a guru team. Well, I have maybe 2 gurus and 3 guardians. I would like to say that's what
great.
I call them. Yes, I have a male and a female guru, and then I have a collection of I call them spiritual guardians. That's
Yeah.
that's nice.
Yes. It's like, and that's, yes. You have to be totally open, and that will appear. And they are person that are very with that that they are very developed in this spiritual path, and
Mm-hmm.
the capacity to guide you, and yes, to protect you. And it's, as I say, it's like the parent, and how to learn how to work. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
and after that we go, yes, by yourself. But um,
Okay, we have a very interesting topic that has been going on in the chat for a little bit. So they're talking about
good.
moving objects with your mind. So somebody said, CJ said, uh, what about moving objects with your mind? And Joss was talking about fire bending. So I said fire bending, I'm all about it. If somebody doesn't know what that is, basically you take a candle or something, you light the fire, and then you need to be so calm and loving that this flame does not move at all. Like your first
Yeah.
initial step is to make sure the flame doesn't move whatsoever. You know, usually it can light a candle and it kind of like flickers a little. No, you want to. Your, I said, your first step. If people want to try this, your first homework is just to look at the candle
Yes,
without
I was
moving at
practicing.
all. When you're able to do that and the candle doesn't move at all, it's almost like it's frozen, then you can start playing with it. Basically, with your energy, you can move it. This works with smoke as well. I love doing it. I love firebending. You're having like this intimate little moment with the fire. And I actually had one day, so I get these weird energy, I don't even know what to call it, energy vortex going on in my body sometimes. And when I was young, it used to happen and I used to freak out because I thought something was wrong with me. It would feel like heart palpitations. Sometimes my face would go numb and my lips. And, I don't go to doctors, so I just kind of like, I'm sure I'm fine. Fast forward now when I understand what it is. So, whenever it starts, so one day, it's just an example, I'm sitting working on the computer and I was actually editing my exorcism. And somehow this video was triggering something inside of me. So, I feel this energy and it just feels like vibration, like just energy shooting through me, and I feel it in my stomach, and then I move it into my hands, and I can easily now, when I know, I move it into my hands, and then it feels like I have energy balls in my hands. So I'm standing at home and I'm like, I got to do something with it. It's so strong right now. I just have to do something. So the first thing I do is look at my water dispenser. I have like a water dispenser, and I'm looking at it, the water starts to move a little bit. I'm like, I can do more than this. Like, I can do something more. And I have a candle lit, and I was like, this is what I'm gonna do. Oh my god, I almost set fire on my ceiling. And I was like,
Wow.
that's not what I meant to do. I did not mean to do that. And I was like, shit, I wish I had that on video.
Yeah.
Because yes,
That's
I mean, like, you
amazing.
want to control these things for sure, but yes, you can. And CJ is saying she was able to move a pencil, which I totally believe. And you you're you guys, we all have energy. If you practice makes perfect. If you guys have seen a lot of which is why I do mixed martial arts now. Mixed martial arts, all about moving energy. You've seen these samurai people, they like, they destroy rocks and stuff. It's not because they're slamming with their strength. It's energy. You're moving energy, and the more you practice this and the better you get at it, the better you can do these things.
Yeah.
Again, which is why I train MMA now. I don't train MMA because I want to punch people in the face. That's not my why I'm here. I want to have the skill because it's a good skill to have, but also I want to be better at controlling and moving energy. That's really, it's meditation in itself. MMA is meditation in itself.
Yes, yes, it's that, and we are all, yes, all around us at different levels of our own energy that connect also with others when we feel the vibration of other people. So
Yes.
all the things, there are a lot of things that is what, well, I learned from the this classic tantra philosophy that
Mm-hmm.
with all these other people that had those experiences for, yes,
Mm-hmm.
thousand years ago is the most ancient, and all the yoga and all the philosophy and the Vedas is ancient
Mm-hmm.
also, more than the Vedas. Um, Amazing knowledge, and also they were telling in relation of, well, the the energy that we have that connect with all the things, yes, around us, and there are more things that we can see with our sense, because our sense is like, it's like in science when, well, suddenly we have the microscope and start to be farther, more than the thing that we can visualize with our sense. And from the, well, in my case, from the classic tantric, I can learn about how to start to go further, yes,
Mm-hmm.
through my sense, and see more things in a way that with but that we can see with our, yes, just five
Mm-hmm.
sense that we have. Well, and the sixth is our intuition. So
Uh-huh.
that is what also to practice intuition,
Mm-hmm.
and that is, if someone wants to start with it, is breathing work, practice with the intuition, the candle that is called tatrak. Well, the candle, with the candle or whatever other thing that you want to focus and concentrate,
Mm-hmm.
is called tatrak, and I like to do that, as you say, with a candle, and that is the third practice, and all the things give, little by little, will give you the possibility to experience and to see things that, um, you can see your sense, yes, with your five sense that you have,
Mm-hmm.
and go further of that.
What
And there are a lot
about,
of practice.
they're asking about, so CJ asked about she said, have you ever done an American Indian shaman mushroom thing? And I just said that no, I never tried any psychedelics my whole life. I was always, I come from Sweden where these things are considered bad drugs.
Yeah.
So I never did anything. I tried now, January 1st this year, I tried DMT. First time in my life, and I've tried mushrooms one time with Joel. Never did psychedelics in my whole life. I always said to people, which I know everyone who knows me believes, I can get high on my own brain. I don't need
Yeah,
anything. For
I say also the
travel,
same.
I don't need anything. I'm not saying it's bad, and I think if somebody truly goes and does their whole ayahuasca or whatever they want,
Yes, but
whatever
you
feels
know,
right for them, but I don't think we need it though.
no, that is what I believe in relation of that, is that
Mm-hmm.
that is to take the easy way and the easy path.
Yeah.
Yes. It's just you go there, okay, you have the experience. And after
Mm-hmm.
that, what? Well, some people after that they become, I don't know, more sensitive to things without emotional, without
Mm-hmm.
the thing that,
Mm-hmm.
that they,
Yeah.
but that most of the time doesn't mean that from there you are going, yes, to have that experience. Also, it's more dangerous because now you relate that kind of experiences with the things that you are taking, and you are
Yes.
over,
Mm-hmm.
make your body that is not yet, and I'm told from, yes, from the
Mm-hmm.
science, yes,
Mm-hmm.
it's not ready. Yes, your body is not ready, yeah, to do that kind of experiences. And also
Yeah.
from the yoga, my guru, what really that connects me with the science and what my guru teach me. My guru teach me this because he always tell me that those people that takes all the things, and there are guru, yes, that they smoke on that, but that is also in another in another level, and when they want, I don't know, to excel things. But when you are just starting, the the only way is to go little by little and to practice, to really give the time, and also on the path, during the path, it's amazing all the to enjoy and to realize all your transformation in the path.
Yes.
So if you take whatever thing,
It should
you
be
are losing all the path,
like a
and it's
meditation in a
amazing.
way. Like I have a friend who he helps veterans that come, come out of the military and they're so messed up in the head that, they don't even want to live anymore. And he's using psychedelics to help them. I am absolutely about this. If somebody's in a state where, are they going to use modern medicine or are they going to go kill themselves? Okay, maybe psychedelics. Okay, maybe that's a better option. I'm absolutely not against it. I do not believe we need it though. And if you are a person that
We
wanting to
have
go
the
deeper in
power.
the journey, don't just jump into this stuff. Like try to actually put a little work in and do that first. Cause I also have friends that went to do ayahuasca and then they, oh my God, and then they did it 9 more times. Like, why do you need to do this 9 times? You know?
Yes, well, because that is because of that, because they relate
Yeah.
that experience with the drug, and really, or we for ourselves, we have how I don't know if someone asks why my body give me that is this experience. That is with the receptors that you have in your body,
Mm,
yes, that are becoming more stimulated, and you have all this
mm-hmm,
experiences.
mm-hmm,
But you can do it by yourself without anything, because the receptors is you. If you produce less receptors, um, maybe you need, well, more drug for stimulate them, but it's like, all depend of you. You are you are the receptors in yourself, and
mm-hmm,
also you as a woman, as a human,
mm-hmm.
um, has that capacity. Is in your body. It's not in the drug. It's in your body.
Yeah.
So
We
if
also
you
got,
also manifest to have
mm-hmm,
that experience, you are going to have it, because you manifest,
yeah. Yep.
and
Very
you prepare your own body on that.
Very good point. Actually, manifested, guys, manifest the experience. And I said
Yeah,
I did try the
but
DMT
in,
this year, and I'm glad I did it. But I feel like that's a one time thing. You do it, and you've done it. That's how I feel.
exactly, and you have to repeat,
But it,
because
no.
you are not maybe prepared for that. But another thing, and this is also for when we are training as a yogis, is that
Mm-hmm.
that happens also when you start meditating, and when you start to having your meditation and your yogi path seriously. For that reason, you need also a guru that guide you in those experiences, because
Mm-hmm.
if you are not ready, you can also become crazy, and crazy, real crazy. And so the thing is that people, and always, is in all gurus tell you that all the things that happen to you, that are, how can I say, those things, extra, well, the things that are out of this world, that you can experience, that
Mm-hmm.
moving, yes, um, elements, or I don't know, or making fire. You can also
Mm-hmm.
make fire, or see
Yeah.
fire that is not there, that happen on a scientist, that, yes.
On another note,
And
we got off the track here, jumping timelines, but it's kind of like
yes, but the
this.
thing is, in
Mm-hmm.
this part, what I say is that sometimes the yogi just stop there, but it's not yet in the samadhi.
Mm-hmm.
And the samadhi and the awakening is, you have to transcend also that. And when you transcend also that, you are in a really, um, you are in total, um, it's like you foundation with the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and that is and is something that go further than that. It's like some of the yogi just stop there because those experiences for them, they can predict the future. They can, I don't know, those different amazing things, and they just like wow,
Mm-hmm.
and they stop and in there because, but that is, there is another step that is the awakening, the samadhi, that all the knowledge of the world come to, of the universe come to you. You start to understand everything.
Yes.
Just and all the information come to you because all
Mm-hmm.
the information, whatever from my science, for example, all the things that we are, yes, doing all the research study. When you are in samadhi, you know, because it's there. You just, as I say, um, you take the deal of that, but everything, all is here. All the information is here. It's just that we can see that because you don't pay attention of that, or we are not focused on that, and yeah, so
Think
it's
like
like when
uh,
you walk on the
yeah.
street, and every time that you walk from the street, if if you are watching all the time the same way, you see the same things all the time. But one day that you just look on the other side and say, "Oh, I was all the time passing through here and never see that."
Oh.
So
Well, me and Josh
you
start thinking the same thing at the same time here because I was just going to say this and he wrote it. The awakening process can also turn people crazy. After finding out everything the system told us is a lie, people become paranoid and not be able to tell truth from lie, which is scary. Yeah, so I was just going to say because of the system and society, and there are chemicals and there are chemtrails and there are, the parasites and like all this crap in the world is preventing us from being as powerful as we are meant to be because people
yeah,
are taking medications and it's making them crazy and it's making you not be able to function properly, which is turning
but
off our natural intuition. And I always say my intuition is always right. It always tells me I always know. And once in a blue moon, Joel, he calls me out of my bullshit sometimes because sometimes he will say something and I say, I don't know. And he looks at me and he said, yes, you do. And I said, yeah, you're right. We know everything, but I do think a lot of people can't, they don't, their intuition isn't working properly anymore. Or we're
yeah.
taught that we're supposed to not know, or we're supposed to doubt ourselves. While, as a matter of fact, you should probably start trusting yourself because you know.
Yes, that is the work. As I say, the spiritual work is very isolated. So also you start to see inside whatever happened in the world
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter. Also, um, of course, you have to be aware. I don't know what you are eating, the way that you are eating, or the way that you are. Well, I don't know. The clothes that you wear, that is really not toxic and all that things. But in reality, when you are at a certain level of your spirituality, in your body becomes so pure that nothing in this world can affect you. Is that the thing? Whatever. You can also, some swami can drink very toxic thing and nothing happened to them. Nothing happened to them because their body, their molecules, they really have the capacity. We are energy. We see us as material, but nothing. We are energy. We are energy.
Mm-hmm.
This is how we see with our sense. But
Well,
if our sense change, we don't have this structure
yeah.
because
Have you ever
because
seen
we are molecules.
how
We are that moves
we are also
and this
technically,
space.
if
Our body is not a
if we
space.
function the way we should, we're supposed to be able to see other people's energy field. I don't know if you
Yeah.
guys on here have ever seen it. I've seen it. I don't see it all the time. I'm not there yet, but you know, you walk and you see somebody's energy field or aura, whatever you want to call it. But we all have them. We're all supposed to be able to see them. So I advise everyone to start practicing and training these things because there's a lot out there that we have been blocked off to and we don't see it anymore and we're supposed to.
Yeah, that is like that. But first, we have to start um, really to care about our habits, yes, and have good habits in life, in the way to live more and more natural. Yes,
Yes.
that is how you will start, and after
Oh,
that, yeah, try to be more connected with your sense, what you are feeling at any time, what you are thinking. Um, but just being an observer, yes. Um, and you can control that also with your breathing and all the time. What that is one of the techniques, and it's Santarmona. That is to observe all the time your thinkings and maybe be for, I don't know, for days or maybe months without talking.
what did you say?
That
Go
is.
for months without talking?
Yes, and there are retreats with that, and also are retreats when you are not only without talking, but we are in a room totally dark,
Oh, I like that. Yes, I like that. Well,
without
I live in the dark
seeing the
pretty much.
the sun,
Mm-hmm.
and you have it, and you, yes, start to have lots of that is for people that can disconnect,
Mm-hmm.
yes, and go inside. So this kind of, yes, totally blockage to the external thing makes them to really go more inside and start to, yes, to connect. And when you go out of that, and when you first start not speaking,
Mm-hmm.
you start to be more aware of what's happened around you. It's like, as when we say, when we were walking, yes, and we just seeing what is in front of
Mm-hmm.
us and not, yes, and suddenly we turn and say, oh, and you start
Mm-hmm.
to discover things. So, um, and that is to have that sensitivity to perceive also the nature and what is all the things that are around us. And with that, we have the the or or power also
Mm-hmm.
to manifest, and also we are more aware of all the possibilities that are in front of us, and be more open to receive that. um, when we go, yes, when we isolate us from the external, all external, the society, the people, everything around us, and just start to work internally and connect with or emotions or sense or um, intuition or thoughts,
Yeah.
and
Wait, so if you
understand.
would do this I was just Googling it. Is this called Vipassana? No? No, that was just
Yes,
so how would
with
let's say you're gonna do this and you're not gonna talk. How would you go about, would you have to stop your life? Let's say somebody has a job. Could you still do this somehow?
well, what we do, because that is what we do in the ashram. When we go to
Mm-hmm.
live in the ashram, there are
Yeah.
people that just
Mm-hmm.
stop, and
Mm-hmm.
what they have, well, is more easy. But they have,
Mm-hmm.
I'm in this period, this in silence, so
Mm-hmm.
people know that they are in that state. So when
Uh-huh.
they cross them, they don't talk.
Uh-huh.
Of course, in this society, if you are working in an office on that, But it's better to maybe take, I don't know,
I'm gonna do
days
a
from.
live stream. Imagine I go on live stream here and I just type to people, we're not talking today, and then I just sit here.
Yeah, well, yes, that is amazing. That is great.
I should do
Of
it. Just sit
course.
here for an hour and just not talk, and we'll see what happens.
Yes.
I'm on.
But people,
I'm all on it.
with that,
Mm-hmm.
the first, I have friends of mine, yogis, that they did that for 3 months. 3 months in an ashram without
Wow.
talking. And also sitting in meditation for
Mm-hmm.
hours. Yes, without
Yeah.
talking. It's just
Mm-hmm.
sitting in meditation
Yeah.
and not speak. And another is also chanting mantras. Somebody,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, say
Mm-hmm.
that he uses the mantras, the vibration. Well, mantra is they are vibration.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so what you produce with the mantra is the vibration, and the vibration is energy. For
Mm-hmm.
that reason, the purpose of the mantra is to change the energy. That is the power of the mantra, and you can also
Uh-huh.
manifest with mantra chanting. But in this case, mantra or silence is something very, very, very powerful to do. And people also, the first week can become almost crazy
Uh-huh.
without talking. It's
I
like,
actually
but
have
after
a
that period, if you really overcome those maybe 3 weeks, after that, everything changed in your mind and around you, everything. You
mm-hmm.
start to be more aware of things, and also that come from yourself because you are
Mm-hmm.
more connected inside. You go more inside, and when you are more connected inside, the things that you perceive around you totally change.
I'm gonna show
The
everybody.
world, the
Yeah,
world
I have
starts to be totally different. It's like, I don't know if you know that we can also change or what or or surroundings, what we have. For example, from that part, because everything is in relation of ourselves. This world we create this world with what we are inside. How we are inside is outside.
oh
So
yeah,
if we
everything is
imagine,
a
if we
reflection
do,
of you.
yes, totally, and
Oh,
that and you see that you really experience that after and before um, of the silence meditation.
mm-hmm.
That when you go out of that, your world start totally change. So the people that you attract is totally different. The information that come to you is totally different. You are having a more peaceful or more how can I say, things that also help you to awaken the world. The world change. You are not to all the bad things in this world stop to come to you. You don't realize
Absolutely.
that. It's like doesn't
Absolutely.
exist. It's
You
like you live in
attract
another world.
whatever is on your inside is what you attract. And one thing I always tell people, people ask me a lot. I've lived in a lot of places that are very dangerous, and I do right now. Live in a very dangerous place. I've never seen crime. I've never been in a dangerous situation. And people say, "Well, you have to have weapons and pepper
That
spray and
depends of
everything." I
your
say, "I don't
vibration.
attract it. I don't attract it. It doesn't come to me, even though it exists here. I'm very well aware, but." The same, like you said, when you change yourself, you start to attract other things.
Yeah.
And
And also,
hmm
yeah,
we were talking about it
no, that
yesterday, actually, with partners. If you have a partner and it's not well, you're seeing flaws in this person, the person is a reflection of you. So whatever you don't like about them, look at yourself and see if you can change something. If you change yourself, you change your world.
yes, but in that, well, I will talk about that theory of the mirror because there is some misunderstanding of that. But apart from that, the other thing is that yes, the thing that I say before, that the
Mhm.
guru that takes very things that toxic things and
Mhm.
nothing happens to them, that's also have to be with this, is that nothing can um, make you ill or I don't know, or make bad on you because you are in another in another level. And yes, also the people that you attract, and your partners, and that, and in relation of that, yes, the theory of the mirror, the other, what do the other, no, it's not that the other person is like you, like the other. I was talking with a friend about this in relation maybe with a narcissist, and say, well, you know that narcissist is a reflection of you. I say, but I'm not narcissist. No. It's
But you
like
know what?
that
That's
narcissist
a deeper
is who
conversation.
you
A
is
deeper
holding
conversation.
you the mirror. Oh, look at
Oh,
that.
that I was married to a narcissist, so I'm very well aware. And when you look, I'm not saying you were a narcissist, but you attracted it. You might, there
No,
are still things within you
no, but
that
what is here that? What is the mirror? What the mirror made is that person holds. It's not the mirror. Holds the mirror and make you see your how is that? Your wounds. That is. So for that reason, is painful. It's not that you're the narcissist makes see you and what you have to work in yourself to
exactly
overcome
that's what
that
I mean.
narcissist,
You have to
that
work on.
narcissistic people. So
Mhm.
you have to work because you attract that people because most of the time narcissist people attract those personalities that are created when that person was a child and was like, no, what can I say, um, uh, well, more dependent people, because when they were a child, they were not seen in the family, yes,
Mhm.
and they were isolated or something like that, and they have that wound from where they were, yes, child, and they had to work that and take out of them. So the narcissist just uh, yes, just keep the mirror in front of you all the time so you can see your wounds. That is, it's not that you are a narcissist, no. It's like you're narcissist and you attract that a narcissist, no. It's you attract because you have that kind of wounds in yourself, and the narcissist just put the mirror in front of you and you can see your wounds and the that thing that you have really need to heal. That is, and you discover that thanks. I really thanks my narcissist, because thanks to him, I really overcome that things, and I really feel that
Oh,
I'm
I mean,
totally different.
if I
So
had
without that,
marriage,
maybe I would
if I hadn't been in
continue.
that marriage, I wouldn't be who I am today. So I thank this person for everything because he realized, again, not to say that you're an exact copy of the person. That's not what I mean. But they're reflecting something from you. So when you're looking at them, instead of trying to change this person, you have to go within you and make changes in you because we can't
Yeah,
go out there and force change onto people. It
no,
doesn't work.
exactly. Yeah,
And
yes.
we have to we have to wrap up soon, but I want to hear your, because I know you have some. I want to hear some of your spiritual experiences.
Yes, I have well, I always ask from, well, things that's happened to me is like, well, from manifestation, I could, yes, manifest different things in my life that is like wow, and I was like amazed when that happened, and also asking for signals. This is another things that one can
Are you
do, is just to
signs?
ask for signals, and it's something that you can really, it's something related just with you. It's something that when you see that, for example, when I see um, hearts or butterfly, well, for me are different things that I found in different weird places, and I know that is a signal that I'm in the place that I have to be to realize my manifestation,
Oh,
and that's
absolutely.
happened.
Mm-hmm.
And well, yes, that's happened just recent. The one that's happened just recently as well. I really asking myself to do some well, to be with my guru for a period of time,
Mm-hmm.
and because I really want to have that, how can I say, um, when you are near of that people that have this big energy around them because they really work on that and they
Mm-hmm.
become that, uh, when you are around these people, it's like you are infused of that. Yes, you also have or can feel a bit of that kind of thing. So
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to go to India and be with my guru, and I was, well, also asked me the guru that I have more near me, and he gave me the benediction and that, and during all that process, I all every morning I do my um, uh, nada, uh, or my gosh, well, yes, it's like nada yoga meditation, and nidra yoga meditation,
Mm-hmm.
and every morning, and I use the recordings from my guru in India.
Mm-hmm.
And that recording is in an application, and that
Mm-hmm.
application, I just can hear that application. I do two things: the yoga nidra, and also I chant my every morning my mantras
Mm-hmm.
in Sanskrit with a recording of my guru. So it's like I'm with him.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I have, yes, everything from the application, but the application just activate if my phone is with Wi-Fi, yes,
Mm-hmm.
and it's all connected, so
Yeah.
the application can run. And at night, I always to sleep with, yes, better. I just unplug my Wi-Fi, and my
Yes,
phone is
everyone
all
should
off
do
off
that.
off off.
Everyone should
Yes,
do
I
that.
didn't turn off, but it's off off off.
Mm-hmm.
And off the Wi-Fi, yes, the telephone, everything,
Mm-hmm.
uh, but not the phone. So for during that period, that was I was something inside me telling that I really need to see my guru there. And for twice happened
Mm-hmm.
that suddenly at the same hour at 3 a.m. both of the days,
Oh, that's
my
nice. Mm-hmm.
my guru, yes, my guru start to speak from my phone.
And wait, were you sleeping and you woke up?
Yes, he wake me up, and I
Uh-huh.
was, yeah, and I was to the phone, and he continued, yes, working, and I try, yes, and I say, what is that? It's impossible. So
Oh.
my phone is just out. It's like if you are in a house without electricity and one
Uh-huh.
lamp just lit, and yes, light, and I say that there is no electricity. How that can be
Mm-hmm.
possible? Well, yes, can be possible if something very if an information really need to reach, yes, to
Yeah.
you.
So,
So
did he tell you something special?
uh, the thing is, I didn't have to for him to tell me nothing. I
Uh-huh.
just understood. He's calling me. I was feeling before that happened. The only thing is that for that reason I had the talk with my guru here, because I
Mm-hmm.
was feeling very deep in me first, my
Mm-hmm.
intuition,
Mm-hmm.
and I was feeling that. And when this happened for me was my gurus called me.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't, yes, I didn't have to have any the answer. And I was, for that reason, I was also asking my guru here because I wanted more signals, yes, of what I have to do. And the signal just was that. I don't need nothing more. I don't need he to, yes, to tell me something specifically because I know what that means.
That's it. I mean, we always know. I think if people open up,
Yeah.
they just start to do the work.
So
Listen,
I know that
we always know.
that thing that I was feeling,
Mhm.
that was coming from him. So I know that soon I will be there. I don't know when because I just live.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're
Yes.
going back. So you're doing something very cool. I don't know if you want to share, but you're going for a very spiritual experience soon.
Well, yes, yes. Well, I say I really want to be with my gurus just to have, yes, that benediction and that energy around me too, because I was feeling that I'm little by little taking the next step. Now it's the way I say, do the things and act the things that make closer to what you want. Now
Yep.
I become almost with nothing in my home. I'm sleeping in my tatami and I love it. And yes, and little by little I was living, yes, more and more yogi life.
Yep.
So
Well,
I
same
want
here
to
for
be with
us.
them and really receive the initiation from him. And I was asking myself, is this the moment? And my guru just started talking with me at 3 in the morning, and I say he is calling me for my initiation.
I believe it. If you ask for the signs, they will always come. I had this thing I used to do a few years ago when I was in this journey, and I always, whenever I met new people, I would just ask the universe for a sign or something to show me who is this person and are they supposed to be in my life? And the answers always came.
Yes, always.
So again,
I
there's
always
no
have the
rules to these
answer.
things. Everybody has to kind of find their own way. And just as I'm in this class right now, and we have people on the class that are very, questions about everything. Is this supposed to be this way? Is this supposed to be the color I see when I close my eyes? And I'm just thinking, you know what? Just let it happen and just have it be whatever it is. Don't try to force it to become something you think because somebody told you you're supposed to see a red color when you close your eyes, but you see a yellow and now you're wondering if you're doing it right. Forget all that. Just let
No,
it be.
no, because that will never will happen, and also
No.
because it's something totally personal.
Yes.
Nobody can tell you what you have to see or what you have to
Exactly.
interpret.
We're all in
It's,
different
if
places.
you connect with your intuition,
Mm-hmm.
you feel it. It's something that you feel it, and if you yeah, well, yes, I have, yes, people around me that say, but feel it. If you can feel it, it's because you have to work more in your intuition to develop,
Mm-hmm.
to connect with yourself and develop your intuition, and you are going to feel it. It's just when that things, that message, that because sometimes it's not so clear as I have
Mm-hmm.
it. And I suppose that I have that message so clear because my guru is trained on that and they have
Mm-hmm.
that telekinesis thing.
Yes.
So it's more easy to connect in that way.
Mm-hmm.
But um, sometimes it's not so clear. You have to really recognize that it's something that you see on the street. You were walking, and it have
Mm-hmm.
to be something that come from nothing and really surprise you.
Yeah.
You can't be there waiting for that to happen in one specific way.
Mm-mm.
If you are waiting for that, it will never happen.
Yep.
You have to, that is how you practice the letting go. It's like you letting go, you forget it. And at that point, when the message had to reach you,
Mm-hmm.
that signal will appear and you will understand from your intuition. Is that the way that's happened?
Yeah. Okay, we have guys have been writing a lot of cool shit in the chat. I have a topic I want to do on a later live stream because I have to wrap up. I haven't even trained today and it's getting really late here, so I'm going to go train. But people are talking about, where would I read this? Blah, blah, blah. Past lives. And that is actually something I want to have as a topic on the live stream soon, but that's
Amazing.
going to have to be a different episode. And now,
Past life and also
yes.
soulmate.
Yes, all this
Yes.
stuff will have to be another topic. But I'm going to run a couple of videos. Carla, if you want to jump off, you can. I'm going to run some of the latest food technology videos because we have some really crazy ones that I
Yeah.
just been editing the last few days. So I'm just going to show
Love
you
it.
guys those. And then I'm going to
Okay.
go train before I get sleepy.
Perfect. Good luck with that. And thank you for having me
Thank
here.
you.
I hope
And
that
Carla
help
does
people.
really cool. Carla does really cool. Actually, let me show that one real quick before we get off. So this is her website, drcarlucciplace.com. So she has breathwork classes and both ebook and video courses. And we got in Spanish and English. So I've helped her with her website and everything here. So I've seen it all. And you guys should definitely go and try it out because your breathing is the key to everything we're talking about, really. If you don't know how to utilize your breath, and I know that coming here training MMA, I can tell you guys that if I don't breathe properly, my training, like I am dead after 10 minutes training. So I have learned to during the entire training session, I can train for a whole hour without getting out of breath just by utilizing my breath properly. And I actually do a lot of yoga prior to even starting my MMA training. So all this, like, it sounds crazy. Okay, we go out and we fight people, but at the end of the day, all we do is we breathe and meditate. That's all we do in a different form, and it helps everything. So get
And
your
become
breathing
more
right.
and
You're
more
gonna do
spiritual.
everything better.
Yeah, we are spiritual beings in this
Yeah,
amazing human body. So
we totally are. Okay.
yeah,
Well, I will talk to you
thank you.
later.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. See you soon.
See you. Let me see. How do I? There. Okay. I'm going to jump off and I have to go train. It's getting super late and I haven't even trained yet, which I need to do. I just wanted to show you guys a quick, because I have a couple of crazy stories only the last few days. And I actually know, Jost, that is, if you're still on here, I would love to hear your story because I'm sure you have some new stuff going on the Acemannan that I don't even know about. But for now, I just wanted to show you this one that I posted just yesterday, which is pretty incredible.
Extremely sick for over
Hold on, let me restart. Up.
extremely sick for over 4 years with Lyme disease. I was at a loss. I didn't know what to do. And when I discovered Acemannan and these molecules, I felt that this was going to be my answer. And no joke, Maaxx, my numbers are 0 right now. I don't even have memory in my cells of having Lyme disease, where normally your cells will hold a memory. I was swollen. I was inflamed. I just felt so fatigued. Another story is that I have had 7 hip surgeries, even before Lyme disease. I have hip dysplasia, so both my hips are fully replaced. My son was born in 2011, and that's when I started my hip journey. Every spring, summer, and fall, the picture on my left was my foot. Last summer, I went to Arizona for the World Taekwondo tournament with my son. And no joke, that picture on the right, I stood all day long. And then I went to the pool. It was 115 degrees, and my foot never swelled. Ever since I started Acemannan, I have not swollen since. I had asked my doctor, who is also an Alovea pro because he has seen my radical transformation. I asked him to run the test so I could see what my Lyme numbers were. I had him run all of my co-infections and everything was negative. He wrote no presence of even previous infection. And right then, Maaxx, no joke, right then he goes, I want in. All my patients with cancer, with long haul COVID, with Lyme, they need your protocol. I was.
Okay, this is crazy. See all my windows open here, guys? Like, I have a lot of shit going on. Let me see. So this one is pretty incredible. That's Mindy. She works with the brain. She also has, I have a video I haven't even posted yet. So she works with the brain. She does brain scans. She's going to do a brain scan on me next week and we're going to record it. It's freaking crazy. I also just got my blood panel back and my holistic doctor is going to come on live with me. He's very busy, but when he has time, and he's going to go through my whole blood panel with you guys and basically explain what they mean, what it means, and the numbers and where you want to be, so to speak. I mean, people are different, don't get me wrong. It's not like we're all one fit all here. But I wanted him, instead of me trying to sit there and explain a blood panel, I was like, who could do it better than my holistic doctor to come on and explain it all to you guys? Because he was pretty damn impressed. And he said, because I had an infection, some shit with mold, whatever going on the other week. And he said, I can see on your panel that you had an infection, but this is like a perfect panel. This is what a sick person should look like. Like your levels should not be off like that. So he was pretty freaking happy. Oh my God, why is it jumping? I'm just going to show you guys one more thing. But yeah, so I'm going to go through. I am an open book. I want to show you guys everything. I did post my inflammatory marker video. Let me actually show that one too, because it's crazy. Like, I used to have jointitis. You know, we're not supposed to say that word, but I had it for 20 years. And check this out.
Guys, I just got my blood panel back. I did a very extensive panel and I'm actually going to do a live about it. But I just wanted to show this right now because this is the level of inflammation in my body and I'm like, it's like almost nothing. So I've been on the food technology for about a year. I take the Betalains technology specifically for cellular inflammation. And listen to this, guys. I had joint stuffitis stuff for about 20 years. Like, look at this. There's like nothing.
So that one I'm pretty stoked about. Obviously, I haven't felt any of my joint discomfort in almost a year. So I knew, but also I'm going to let him kind of break down the details of exactly what it means, because this is not my area of expertise. We obviously have another one. Actually, let me play one more and then I'm going to wrap it up here. But this one is pretty cool too.
Towards the end of my Marine Corps career, I was already getting pretty sick, hallucinations, going blind, confusion, vomiting, a lot of brain inflammation. Ended up with terminal brain cancer. They told me I had 3 months to live. If I didn't do chemo and radiation, I had no chance of survival. I'm cancer free, no chemo, no radiation. I've had to pretty much become my own healer. 2019, I had an abdominal surgery, shoulder surgery, left testicle surgery. I refused to go into the VA anymore because they had just been telling me it was all in my head, no pun intended. I probably had about a week left of life is what the surgeon said. You know, part of what I did in the Marine Corps, I was exposed to a lot of toxic uranium or fuel derivatives. I was inhaling the JP5, JP8. So I already knew that my cells couldn't handle any more destruction. So chemo would have killed me.
Back then, did you ever bump into Acemannan?
The last 6 months, it started popping up in my field. Like intuitively, I knew, okay, like why does this keep showing up in my life? 2 months am now working with Alovea, the Immune, the Limitless, and the Balance. I've cut out all other supplements. My blood work has shown I've been doing better. I've always battled a lot of oxidative stress because of uranium toxicity in my bones. I've noticed now extreme lack of pain and discomfort while I'm in the gym. Strength is going through the roof. It takes no time for me to recover, fasted or not. I just have energy.
It acts like mother's breast milk. It has every nutrient a human body needs to function. So you guys see how we were talking about these signs before, and he was telling me that for like 6 months or something, this Acemannan keeps popping up, and he had friends sending him research, and he kept just popping up for him, which is obviously a sign. And he was like, clearly I'm supposed to look into this. And he did, started it, and now, feeling so much better, and it's getting so much better for him. So even if you guys don't have extreme stuff, this was like cancer, we got Lyme, we got all these crazy things like heart conditions, everything. Let's say you're just a relatively healthy person. Maybe you're just dealing with something little. Maybe you got some allergies, or maybe you just wish you had better hair or skin or whatever. This will benefit everybody. We have 30 years of research, about 700 peer studies, no toxicity, no side effects for 30 years. Who the hell can say that? And if you guys want to go get some Acemannan. To make it easy, I got nobloatclub.com. That's my website. I try to make it easier with the domain. It says here, Acemannan, reduce cellular inflammation, pump your body full of stem cells, and DH. What does that mean? Basically, reverse your H. Yep. If you click here, it will take you to the website because the link here is a little complicated to remember. And here, what is this number? It says how many servings we've donated to children. Every time you buy a product, we donate this Acemannan to a child in need and help them have a better life. These kids, they don't really have proper food. So we donate this nourishment, and it's basically like them getting mother's breast milk and getting all the nutrients they need. So the Immune here and the Limitless, those are the products we typically talk about all the time. You saw the guy was mentioning balance. What does that do? It has diosgenin from wild yams, which regulates your hormones. And I'm going to go through that when I do my blood panel with you guys, because my natural testosterone has gone up a lot, let's just say, and I'm very excited about that. We got the products. Vitality is basically like a greens whole food product, which give you all the vitamins and stuff you need from vegetables. Core is our powerful detox product that just came out. And I actually had a test done recently, and I have 0 heavy metals, chemicals, and parasites in my body, which was crazy. There's also bundles. You can get them in bundles. But if you guys are just starting and you're just like, I'm not sure I want to get so much stuff already, let me see what it's about, I highly advise Immune and Limitless. Pump your body full of stem cells, reduce cellular inflammation, magical things will happen. Let's say, oh shit, I'm on a budget. I don't know. I'm going to say investing in your health is always worth it. But let's say you can't for whatever reason. You can only buy one thing to start with until you start cutting costs and other nonsense stuff that isn't actually helping you. Depending on if you have a lot of inflammation in your body and maybe some joint issues and such, definitely go for Limitless. If it's not inflammation, which most things are inflammation related, but if you're not sure, I would go for the Immune. Both of these, you're going to do very well on. So honestly, just start with either of them. And then once you're experiencing results, like cut out your other crap and vitamins and supplements that you're not going to need, basically. I don't take anything else. I just take this. I don't use anything else besides this. I also wanted to show you guys. I'm going to also actually, let me check comments here before I do that. Jaws, la 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 la. Let me see. Dead ghosts. Jaws, vampire and ghosts. Yes, we need another live about vampires and ghosts for sure. Blah blah blah. I would advise not to take energy. Okay, Maaxx, we'll talk about it. Then yes, Jaws says Immune has surprised him. We'll do his story soon about that. Oh yeah, my holistic doctor, his name is Dr. Beadle. He's incredible. His wife just got pregnant. We're super excited. So he's just been a little busy, let's just say. But they're gonna have a little baby, and that's awesome. But we spoke yesterday, and he's super pumped and absolutely want to do the live. So the only thing I'm considering is because I had an infection, but I want to show both. So I might redo the blood panel again just to have them side by side to show what is it supposed to look like if you do have an infection, and what is it supposed to look like if you don't. Because both of these blood panel, but even the one with the infection was, so I had like mold that caused, we're going to go deeper into that. But my blood panel was still close to perfect, even though I had that. And now I've detoxed and I'm freaking great and I feel great and everything is gone. Last thing before I jump off. Actually, 2 things. Sorry, I can't wrap up here. My new Pure Blood merch that I just launched. The Matrix is real. We got The Matrix is real and you're in it. This is one of my favorites. This one say free from the Matrix. So if you are like me and you left the Matrix, that will be the shirt for you. Got cool new shit. And then I wanted to show you guys this one. I actually have it's kind of like a mantra. And I love it and I play it every day because I think it's just beautiful. Oh wait, this is not the one. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, here it is. So I love this guy. And this is just wonderful. Let me just play a couple of seconds. I want to play the, I'm going to get a handpan and start playing this because it's just wonderful. Go check this out. Like I just love it. I listen to it every day. So I will put that in the caption as well. And I'm going to wrap up and thank you everyone for being on. And I am very, very likely going to be on live tomorrow too. Just every day now, because we have probably 2 potential guests for tomorrow. So I will keep you guys posted, but probably tomorrow again. So now I'm gonna go train. I love you all. You're awesome, and I freaking love. My idea was to do these lives once a week. Clearly, that's not happening. So now I'm doing them every day. But I'll see you guys soon. Mwah.